Hello guys, Andrew Gamer DK right back with another video. Now, before I continue, this is going to be a follow-up video from my video that I did on Thursday, I believe. I think it was on Thursday. Yeah, because today's Saturday and the 28th, and I did this video on the 26th. So yeah, it was on Thursday. And that was the day that Hello Neighbor officially received its PS5 upgrade, its PS5 official version. And I made that video excessively too long, like it was like a fucking gameplay or a long play, so I apologize for that. This video is going to be some I'm going to be talking about some improvements or changes that have been changed from the PS4 version and that have been changed or slightly modified on the PS5 version. So, one of the major things that I have noticed when playing the PS5 version is the grass density. So, the grass density, if I can fucking say the word right, density, there we go, grass density is improved. There's a lot more grass specks around the area. You can see here. The neighbor's going to chase me if I actually get into the yard, but I'm going to wait until he goes around the corner so that way he doesn't see me. There we go. He's probably going to see me anyway, knowing him, but you can see here, there's a lot of grass here. PS4, while there is still quite a bit of grass, PS5 just allows much more grass. As you can see, look at all the grass around here. Of course he spotted me. Of course he did. Alright. So, that's one of the major things, is the grass density seems to be quite literally largely improved here. Even the grass seems to slightly sway in the wind. I just wish the neighbor wasn't chasing me right now. But here we are. Okay, this is some weird AI going on here. What the fuck? Pardon my French. Didn't mean to cuss there, but so yeah, number one so far is the grass density. The grass density seems to be much more improved because PS5 actually allows this. Number two is the RTX upscaling modifier that the PS5 allows. What I mean by this is when you're inside the house, light very realistically bounces off surroundings inside the interior and bounces off the walls and the floors. So the light realistically bounces off from surfaces, which again is a mechanic and feature the PS4 cannot handle. The PS4 did not handle this very well, and if it did, it would lag, and the PS4, once again, is completely outshined by this, because PS4 cannot do this. Now, okay, I was getting ready to say, if he saw me, that was just the music fading out. Anyway, obviously, those are two good big changes, right? Now, the third and utmost big change, the biggest change by far, and I discussed this a lot in that video, is, bro, you gotta be kidding me. The neighbor is being really annoying right now. Speaking of neighbor, the third and most biggest change that I have seen so far is the neighbor now uses his vacuum cleaner on the PS5 version. On the PS4 version, this was not a mechanic. Probably because the PS4 was still having a harder time being capable of doing this, or tinyBuild just scrapped the idea of having it on PS4 because it was on PC at the time, and they did not know if they should have added this to the PS4 version or the PS4 version. So they probably scrapped it, and they probably got rid of it because it was, I guess tinyBuild may have thought that this might have been a problem for console players, because console players didn't know how to play the game yet, or, like I said, there's probably a million different reasons I can go over to why this wasn't in the PS4 version specifically, But now, when you're out of his reach, that being out of, like, on top of a rooftop, or if you're on a object that he cannot reach and that his AI does not go to, or he cannot reach, he will pull out his vacuum cleaner. And this new ability of his on PS5 will allow him to try and suck up the player to him. So he will try to suck the player to him, and if successful, you're pulled to him, and he catches you. Again, this was not a thing on PS4. And again, it's the biggest change, and I like it. I actually really like it, because it's another challenge that the console players need to watch out for. And again, I believe that this will be on Xbox Series X or S, and S as well. And I do believe Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Because Hello Neighbor is on Nintendo Switch 1, but it's not on 2 yet. And I do believe it will be on Nintendo Switch, and that when it happens, you will also be able to use Vacuum Cleaner on the next-gen consoles as well. It's on every next-gen console, this feature. Now, the other two, that being, so far that I've noticed, being the grass density and the improved, the RTX upscaling. I'm not sure if those are going to be on those consoles or not. Maybe Xbox Series X and S, but not sure about Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not sure about the Switch 2. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are the changes that I've seen so far, and the biggest graphical upgrades I've seen so far, at least on the PS5 version. Not sure about the other consoles, the other next-gen consoles, you're going to have to quote me on that. But these are the changes, these are the major changes I've seen so far on the PS5 version, at least. So let me know what you've seen so far as improvements or enhancements that I have not seen so far. So if you guys enjoyed this video, see you guys next one, and peace out.